tell I am freezing right now. I'm so sorry in advance if there is so much noise in the background. There is literally a blizzard. Like, I'm not joking. There is literally like a blizzard going on outside, and I'm attempting to film a video, so hopefully you guys can't hear too much in the background. But I am back with a makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys like my go-to makeup that I've been doing, like literally whenever I do a makeup look to go somewhere or go out, or let's just say I'm going to the club or I'm meeting somebody. This is literally my go-to hair in my face. If you guys know me, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I really appreciate it. But if you don't know, I'm very much into natural makeup. I can do a full beat. I love doing it sometimes for fun and for photos, but for me personally, I'm much more of a natural. Like, I like the natural look because I think it looks so much better in real life. And I have a lot to say about that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I probably could get a little shady right now. In real life, like, I'm gonna be totally real right now. In real life, a full beat doesn't really look that good. I'm going on a tangent right now, but basically what I'm trying to say is that, like, don't like kick yourself if your makeup doesn't look the same as like beauty gurus and people on Instagram, because there is a lot of lighting, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in lighting. There is cosmetic surgery, there is Facetune, there are so many different things why your makeup may not look like your favorite beauty guru's makeup. So I don't know why I went on a massive tangent. It was just something that I was thinking about, because I know that a lot of people look up to the big beauty influencers and the big people on Instagram, but just remember that, like I said, there's a lot more to it. You're not doing anything wrong. There is a lot more that goes into it. So I just kind of wanted to say that. This makeup tutorial, I promise you with all of my heart, if you follow it, this will look amazing in real life. Like, in real life, you're going on a date, whatever you're doing, if you just want to wear makeup day to day, this makeup look will look good in real life and it will hold up all day. So in my opinion, the more natural side of makeup is something that a lot of people don't really touch on too much, in my opinion. I think it's a lot more the beat, the cut brows, the wing liner, like, and that's amazing. I love doing that too. But I think that a lot of people don't do as much about natural makeup, which does look better in my opinion. So let's do it. This is my go-to. That was a massive introduction. That was long. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm just going to show you guys and talk you through in a tutorial sort of format how I do my like everyday natural makeup look. That is my go-to. Like, literally this is my go-to. And also, if you can't tell right now, let me zoom you in a bit. I have like little faux freckles on, and I have a tutorial on how I do faux freckles if you're interested. So I'll link that down below for you guys. So I'm gonna be totally real. I didn't even want to film today because my skin is breaking out. There's a few breakouts here. I actually even have one on my neck. I even have one over here. I am breaking out and I don't know why. It could be a product that I've been trying out, but it doesn't really matter. I thought it would be honest and better for me to film while I do have a few breakouts, which is actually quite rare for me to get quite a few breakouts. If you know me, you know my skin is very like consistent because I eat really healthy and I have a really good skincare routine. I have them on my channel if you're interested, but honestly, like, for me, a breakout is kind of rare. So I actually wasn't even gonna film. I didn't even want to film because I was so like, oh, damn it, like, I've got these breakouts, but I'm here. I am here. I'm going to show you guys what I like to do to still look flawless. Like, I still want my skin to look flawless, but not cakey, not heavy, not too much. Like, I'm going to show you guys how you can cover all this up, but still look natural. So let's start out. I don't even like to prime. I don't like to prime when I do my more natural look. I just do my skincare, and then the next step that I do is foundation. So I like to mix these two together. They are from L'Oreal. I think L'Oreal do some of the best makeup at the drugstore ever, especially when it comes to foundation. I've literally loved every single every single foundation from L'Oreal. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the Pro Glow. I like to mix a tiny bit of them together. I do more of the Pro Glow than the Pro Matte because I don't want to look too matte. So I'm going to go ahead and mix them two together. I'm going to go ahead with my Sigma sponge, the best of the best. This is a Sigma 3D HD sponge. It's unreal. So what I'm going to do is just really kind of lightly blend it out. I think with more natural looks, really spend your time on the skin. The whole thing about a natural look is about the skin. So really take your time to really work the product in, and don't go too far. Don't go too far. Don't add too much. So just really lightly start blending it in and blending it down the neck. Forgot to mention, I have a discount code with Sigma Beauty if you're interested, because I'm a big fan of Sigma. I always have been. When I started getting into makeup, Sigma was literally one of the first brands that I ever used. So I just wanted to let you guys know, in case you are wondering, I do have a discount code with them. It is demirawling in capital letters. If you are interested, obviously you don't have to, but I love them. I really do. Okay. Another thing, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually like to kind of take like leftover or whatever's on here and go under my eye and go like all over my lid and under my eye, because I'm actually not going to be wearing any concealer. I think concealer sometimes can make things go from 0 to 100. I'm going to use that term real quick, because concealer it's concealer. It covers up everything. A good concealer will cover up everything, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want to lose the little peeking through of a little bit of dark circles, a little bit of freckles. Like, I don't want to take that away. I kind of want to keep that sort of natural-esque sort of look, but I do think it's a great idea. Just take the excess. You don't need to go ahead and apply more, but take whatever's left and kind of just run that under your eye just a little bit to even out everything, and run it over your lid as well. Okay, so I've been working that into my skin for quite a while now, and I'm actually going to zoom you guys in right now and just show you. Like, this is no thousands of dollars of lighting, no nothing. This is just me coming up close to the camera, showing you guys like this is a natural but still kind of flawless looking skin. Do you see this little thing? This tiny little container holds the most precious and perfect and amazing powder that I've ever used in my life. If you're a local on my channel, you know I love the RCMA. I still love the RCMA, but when I'm going for my more natural looks and my more like kind of everyday effortless looks, this is hands down the best of the best powder that I've ever used in my life. It literally makes your skin look airbrushed. I would not say that if I didn't mean it. It literally makes your skin look effortless and flawless and airbrushed. It's insane how good this powder is. I haven't even said the name of it. This is the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder, which Innisfree is a Korean brand. And do you guys want to know, like, this is $7 on Amazon. Like, $7. So the powder is white. It's like a translucent, like the RCMA, but this, trust me right now guys, this is better. So what I'm going to do is dip straight in with my sponge and just powder the areas that I want to like kind of powder. So basically I'm just powdering the areas that I don't want to get oily and the areas that I tend to get oily. And for me, that's my chin, forehead in the middle here, a little bit around my nose, and sometimes around this area here. For brows, this is very personal. I think brows is a personal thing. I can't really tell you guys what to do when it comes to your brows. I think literally brows are one of the most personal things, but I can tell you which product is the best, and it is the Benefit Precisely My Brow. One of the best eye pencils, no, the best eye pencil I've ever used. It's just amazing. It looks natural. The color's perfect. I use the shade 5. It's just everything about it is perfection. Literally just go for this one. But what I do with my brows is I just like to make them look a little bit more fuller. I just like to kind of fill in the front area where there's some gaps, just make them look fuller and a bit more bushy. But like I said, I can't tell you guys what to do because it is a personal choice. So if you want to go for the crisp, you do that. But for me, I like to do much more of a natural, just kind of fluffy, fill them in sort of look. So I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow, like I said, literally the best, and just go ahead and fill them in. Do you see the brows? Honestly, I've said this so many times, but I'm obsessed with more natural brows. I'm not as much of a fan of the crisp carved out brows, although I think that they look nice and clean and symmetrical. I think that brows like this just look a bit better, in my opinion, especially with a natural look. Like, that's my biggest tip. If you're gonna go for a natural look, definitely don't do a crisp brow. I think it just totally ruins it because it takes too much, like the attention is just on the brows. So they are my brows. I absolutely love them. And the next step that I do, guys, this is literally the most simple look that you're gonna get. And I think it just looks so beautiful. So the next thing that I do is jump into my custom made palette. There's just a bunch of MAC and Makeup Geek shadows in here. And I'm gonna go into MAC Cork eyeshadow, which is this one down here. It's just a very neutral, basic brown shade. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab my MAC 221, just a small little fluffy blending brush, and just kind of apply that all over into the crease, onto the lid, kind of bringing it down to start off my nose contour up here. I also take that underneath as well. So the next thing that I do is do my lashes. I like to mix these two mascaras. If you don't know this already, this is the best mascara in the world. It is from Sigma. I feel like I'm sounding a bit like a Sigma ad right now, but it's totally not. I honestly believe in the brand so much, and I think that they are really amazing, and I don't think that a lot of people talk about them anymore, but that's fine. I love them, and I'm going to talk about them because I think that they make beautiful products. And this is the Sigma Sinuosity Lash. Such a good mascara. You guys will see when I use it. And then I'm also going to use the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. But I also like to apply some lashes. Just a really small pair, like a really dainty pair of lashes. I'm obviously not going to go ahead and apply a big thick pair of lashes. If you want to do a natural look and wear lashes, go for something that's really thin and fluffy. Are you guys ready for this tip? This may be an obvious thing, but for me, I haven't done this, like, I never used to do this, and I actually don't know why. My lashes, they look a little weird. They look like they need to be fixed a little bit. Do not go in with the tweezers and try and squeeze your natural lashes to the fake ones, which is what I used to do for years. And the amount of times that these tweezers pinched my eye skin is insane. Like, I'm surprised I even have eyelids right now. Like, it's pretty dangerous to use this, and it doesn't work as well. Get your lash curler. Get your lash curler. Pop your lashes and the fake ones in and curl them. Just do it very lightly. You don't need to press too hard. And bam. Do you see the difference that makes? To me, it makes such a huge difference. They do settle down. They look a little bit full on once you've first done it, but once they've settled down, they look amazing, and they hold up the entire wear. Like, the entire time I've got the lashes on, they hold up and they stay really nice and curled and up and beautiful. Do you guys hear that? Do you hear the weather right now? It is insane. I don't even know if you can hear it, but it's like a blizzard. Like, I'm not joking. It's insane outside. Okay, so the next thing that I do literally is like 2 more steps and we're done, is blush. It is another Sigma product, so I don't want to come across like I'm pushing them in your face, but this is literally such an incredible blush. I don't contour. I don't do anything else. I don't bronze my skin, because in my opinion, sometimes bronzing can do less than more, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I think bronzing can sometimes look quite like artificial, like fake sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is use my MAC 168 and just take my blush, just a light amount, and just kind of use my blush as everything, as my blush, contour, bronze, all in one, really lightly. So I'm using it to kind of make my cheeks look flushed, but also kind of give my cheeks definition, just kind of going all the way up here. I'm all the way up. Really get the apple of your cheek, because I think it looks very youthful when people have like a, you know, like a nice flushed little face. Taking a little bit up there as well. And what I'm going to do is go back in with my Sigma sponge and just kind of run over that, just to make sure that the powder looks nice and blended in to my skin and not like powder. Okay. That's it. The blush is done. The next thing that I'm going to do, you guys obviously do not have to do this, but you guys know if you watch my channel, I am obsessed with contouring my nose. I cannot not contour my nose, but I'm going to show you guys a way of doing it, like a very toned down version, because I have a full video of how I contour my nose when I want to go all out. But today I'm just going to show you guys what I do when I don't want to go all out and I just want to do it a little bit. So basically what I do is just grab any sort of dense little brush like this, go into my Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. All I do is define the tip. That's like a big thing. If you are really obsessed with nose contouring like I am, but you don't want to, like, you want to do a more natural look, just define the tip. If you really want to, just define the tip. And that's literally all I do. I don't go ahead with the whole process, the whole powder and baking and process. All I do is just really lightly kind of define the tip here. And I will do a little line over here. There we go. Going back in with the sponge. That's my nose, that's my little nose contour trick. If you just want to do something very natural, but you still kind of want to contour your nose a bit, just do the tip. That's honestly my pro tip from me to you. Next up is highlight, and then we're literally done. So for me, my favorite highlight to use is the Jouer's Rose Quartz. Oh my god, it is beautiful. I have literally not been able to put this down since I started using it. I am just obsessed. So what I like to do, I have a little, I'm actually going to zoom you guys in for this because I really want to show this technique. Do you like that? We're nice and close. We're very up close and personal right now. What I do is grab my favorite brush. It's just literally a fluffy brush. Don't even know the name of it. It's just a fluffy brush. And my technique that I do is to kind of start right here and just kind of squish it. Like, don't blend it like you're blending out anything. Just kind of squish the highlight in. And I really like to bring my highlight up to my under the lash line. Like, I know that's a bit insane. I know some people won't like that, but that's what I like to do. So basically what I do is squish, 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 literally bringing it under the lash line. And I like to connect it. I like to connect it to the tail of my brow here. Just under the tail of my brow. And coming back and forth. Picking up a little bit more product, squish, squish, squish. I just think that looks so beautiful. It looks like you've just kind of like, somebody's just kind of like sprayed a little water on your face and you're a little bit sweaty. Oh my god, you guys, how pretty is that? So the next thing that I'm going to do is grab my Zoeva Precise Shader, grab a little bit of the highlight, and obviously I cannot forget to highlight the inner corner of my eye, but I'm only going to do it very lightly because I will be the first person to admit when I highlight the inner corner of my eye, I go a little crazy. Like, I like to go a little bit crazy, but I don't want it to be too intense because I think that when I do it, sometimes it looks very unnatural and I want it to look a little bit more natural. So what I like to do is just really lightly highlight the inner corner, and then I take my finger and just kind of dab that. Just kind of dab it like that. And there we go. That looks a lot more kind of natural in my opinion. It looks so beautiful. And then also taking the same brush, I'm going to put a little bit of that just on the tip of my nose. I'm not going to highlight the center, just the tip here. Just like we have a little sweaty nose. And that's it. I think natural makeup is so underrated. Like, I know that sounds really weird, but I just think that everyone loves the full-on beat and the overly highlighted face and all of this sort of stuff. And I do too. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I do love that sort of stuff. But for me personally, this is the makeup that I wear. Like, if I had something really special to go to, or like I was getting married or what, like I would do something much more like this. Guys, look how small this is right now. That is my MAC Boldly Bare, which I'm going to use on my lips today. I've literally gone through like 10 of these lip liners, no joke. My favorite is the Maybelline Magnetic Mauve Color Sensation one. I talked about it in my favorites video, but I ran out of it. That's how much I've been using it. I ran out of it. So today I'm going to use the MAC Boldly Bare, which also works really well. It's going to give it a little bit of a sharpen over here, and go ahead and I have to be honest, I do like overdrawing my lips. I'm not going to do them too much, but I do overdraw my lips. And I get that comment so much where people are like, you overdraw your lips too much, or why do you overdraw your lips? It's because, guys, I am not insecure about my lips, but I would prefer if my lips were a bit bigger. So I'm going to fix that with makeup because I can. I like to go over with my sponge just to kind of like make it tone down a little bit more. Yes, that is my go-to look. This is my go-to look. This is what I literally do. Like I said at the beginning, this is what I do. Like, if I know I have to go somewhere and I want to look good, this is what I do, because I think for me personally, it flatters me the most. You can still see bits of my skin, you can see my eyes are nice looking, nice and playful, and I just love it. And I think that, like I said, I think natural makeup is very underrated nowadays. I think everyone, like I said, is all about the more the better, but for me personally, it's the less the better. I think this is really how like people look their best, when they just do something that just enhances all your features. And like I said at the beginning, this makeup literally looks good in real life. Like right now I'm going to show you guys, like this is what it looks like. I don't have fancy lighting, like I said. I literally have like 2 lights and they didn't cost that much, so I don't have fancy lighting or filters or anything over my camera. This makeup, this is how it looks, and this is how it looks in real life. So it's easy as well, which I love, because this makeup, when I'm not filming, this video was so long, I don't know why it took me so long, but when I do this normally it takes me like 20 minutes maybe, around there. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you want to see next. If you want a fancy tutorial, whatever you want to see, I'm happy to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram if you'd like to. It is demi.rawling, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.